Hello everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome to my video. In this video, I will talk about the literary criticism from the view of Matthew Arnold. This video is supposed to be my task submission in theory literature subject. It will be covering the literary criticism in simplest way possible. Let's see if we can cover it up in 5 minutes total. First, who is Matthew Arnold? Matthew Arnold, who was born in Surrey in 1822, is a British poet. His famous works are Dover Beach, and a literature essay titled Culture and Anarchy, published in 1869. In Culture and Anarchy, Arnold argued that Bible education and literature in general is very important to people because it leads people to behave better and have a greater sense of their identity and the country they live in. After knowing who he is, let's see his dedication in terms of literature. Talking about his influence in literary criticism, Arnold is known as the first modern critic. Arnold stated that literary criticism is to know the best that is known and thought in the world, and by in its turn making this known to create a current of true and fresh ideas. And this statement influenced all the new critics such as T.S. Eliot, F.R. Leavis, and Alan Tate. Hope I'm pronouncing the names well. In his view, the creative artist, no matter how much of a genius, would cut a sorry figure without the critics to come to his aid. Before Arnold, a literary critic cared only for the beauties and defects of works of art. But Arnold, the critic, chose to be educator and guardian for public opinion and propagator of the best idea. To Arnold, poetry itself was the criticism of life. He says that poetry alone can be our sustenance and stay in an era where religious beliefs are fast losing their hold. He strongly agreed that poetry is the superior of philosophy, science, and religion. He quoted Wordsworth's view that poetry is the impassioned expression which is in the continence of all science. Arnold also believed that a modern writer should be aware that contemporary literature is built on the foundation of past and should contribute to the future by continuing a film tradition. He urged modern poets to look at the ancients and their great characters and themes for guidance and inspiration. Classical literature possesses pathos, moral profundity, and noble simplicity, while the modern themes arising from an age of spiritual weakness. Arnold turns his back on the prevailing romantic view of poetry and seeks to revive the classical values of objectivity, urbanity, and architectonics. He denounces the Romantics for ignoring the classical writers for the sake of novelty and their elusive writing which defies easy comprehension. From all the statements above, we can conclude that poetry, in his view, is the core foundation of all knowledge we know today, such as philosophy, science, and religion. He also really adores the ancient works of literature. He strongly agreed that artists in recent age, especially in terms of literature, should take inspiration from the greatness of the past, unless it will be less valuable and inspiring for the readers of the works. And I think that's all from me. See you on the next video if I make one. Thank you.